Oh, I don't really care to talk to him. He hasn't been very cordial with me.
Is he the town clerk or town manager you talk to? You talk to the bar. You probably talk to the town administrator. When you were out there talking?
Yeah, that was the town administrator.
Right.
He's still here, right?
He's not here right now.
Oh, so the town clerk is
It's a different person.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said that I was one to do the
Oh,
bar.
yeah, so I'm a little more aware. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
confused.
Yeah, I just
the
wanna
town
make you-
administrator is the guy. He's not very too cordial. Yeah, he seemed to have kind of an attitude with me, so.
And document.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do every day.
And he'll be right out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Right. They just training people.
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
You're Mr. Knight?
Yes.
How are you doing?
Hey, good. How
My
are you?
name's Rich Charnovich. I'm the town clerk.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing
How
today?
long have you been the town clerk?
End of October.
End of October, so you're new. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. So I came down here to talk about some of the FOIA requests, the Public Information Act requests that I've submitted to this town.
Yes. Yes.
I've done several over the last couple years regarding Officer Vichitz and Officer Luciotti.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I have two main concerns at this time right now. Officer when I did the body worn camera request for Officer Luciotti, they gave me everything but his body worn camera. So his supervisor's body worn camera, the film of me being held in this processing, this little mini jail you guys got in here. But they did not give me his body worn camera. I have video showing that his body cam was clearly recording with the blinky red light. For whatever reason, they told me they couldn't find the video. What I've been told by Miss Green was the video was uploaded into another file or whatever. They couldn't find it. So I need that video, and is a it's a Public Information Act request. So I understand it may take you guys a little bit more time to find that video, but I'm sure he has video unless he has access to be able to delete it or not, which I don't believe he does. So that's one concern. And the second concern is I've asked for the personnel file for Officer Luciotti. I asked for this on October 4th, the elections day. The law, the way that it's written, is you have 30 days to respond. If it takes a little bit of time, I understand. Just send me an email, hey, we're getting this stuff together, we'll have it to you soon or whatever. Well, after I submitted the request, for whatever reason, the town administrator had taken it over to the attorney's office, to the town attorney's office.
Yes.
And that's the last that I've heard of it. I've had no follow-up. There's just in the same way that I'm responsible for following the law, as far as, respecting the laws the way they're written. I'm expecting the same thing of the town of Bladensburg to respect, the Public Information Act requests that I submitted as a citizen. I'm a little frustrated right now. I'm
okay.
There's no news. The administrator was very short with me in the corresponding emails. Additionally, I've spoken with him in person before, and his attitude and demeanor, the way that he behaved towards me, was completely inappropriate. He made a statement of, I'm going to learn you something. Like I guess that means he's going to teach me something, and you don't talk to me as a grown 40-year-old adult male, right? I mean, we all have things to bring to the table, but you're not going to sit there and tell me that you're going to learn me something.
Gotcha.
That's just completely inappropriate behavior. So, I'm not a fan of, interacting with him.
Gotcha.
So
a couple things. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, sure, yeah.
So a couple things. I started here at the end of October.
Yeah.
Okay. You and I have had a couple of email exchanges between the two of us.
Okay.
At the very beginning of this your request. We'll break it down to two sections. The PIA part with that you referenced last, and then also this body camera part. Okay. So I can tell you that the PIA request part. I can tell you that it has gone to our town attorney and it's taking a very long time. But I can also tell you that our town attorney, she is not ready to release the information yet. And we understand. I understand you quoted the law. I fully understand the law. I've been in local government for probably 16 years total. Only 3 months here, but I'm very familiar with PIA requests. I'm not an attorney, but I'm familiar with them and the laws and everything like that. So, she is reviewing it in detail because there's sensitive information in it. And she is making very clear and sure what she releases is ultimately can be released. For there are multiple angles to this. What you requested, what the rights for I don't even know, Mr.
Luciotti. Yeah.
I don't even know. But there's a lot of angles to play when you're an attorney as far as figuring out what you can be released, and there's sensitive information in it. So I can tell you that she has not released it yet. So that's the answer to your question.
Well,
I know you're not happy about it, but
one of the concerns that I have is, is it going to end up being where she spent so much time and effort into doing this that the cost of picking up, right? Is that another barrier that's being created at this time? Because my understanding of how the law is written, it's supposed to be fair and reasonable rates for and I'm sure I'm probably one of the very first people to have ever requested a personnel file on an officer, maybe at this location.
I'm not sure. But...
I'm not sure either, but I'm probably not going to be the last either, right? And so I know that this is a problem in some situations where they'll try to, it's cost $5,000 to pick this up. Who has $5,000, And this is a simple Public Information Act,
right?
Request. I'm not, and if it comes down to it, I guess my follow-on question to that is, if I were to sue for that personnel file, is it still going to go through the redaction process? Will there be information that the judge is going to say he can have that, whereas as a private citizen it's going to be different? You understand what I mean?
I understand your question. It's a legal question, but I don't know. There could be some information that, not speaking like an attorney or a judge, but information like a social security number.
Yeah, and I get that.
So there will be some information that I can almost guarantee you will not be released.
Right.
So,
I understand. It's very it's obvious. It's just black and white kind of situation.
Got it.
But yeah, it's just taking a long time, and
would it be helpful to you for me? Would it be helpful for me to try to find out where the cost process is?
I don't know if it was you I was replying to in the email, but I did ask for a receipt, kind of like, the accounting of the costs, right? Because if it's too high, I'm going to complain and I'm going to just sue for it.
And it has been a while, so I never gave you a cost?
Nobody's given,
Okay.
Nobody's given me an update or whatever. I know I shouldn't be paying attorney's fees for her to go through and redact everything. This is supposed to be just like, whatever the regular fees are for processing in the office. I'm not, even I've read it in the law, the way the law is written is that if it takes Officer Green to, $20 an hour to, go through, find this, produce this information, and then, whatever, that amount for those many hours or whatever, you can't turn around and take it to the attorney, which is $400 an hour, and then go, oh, well, it took her 5 days, 8.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean?
I can tell you personally, our goal is not to jack the cost up for you in some way. That is not the goal. So I can tell you this, and that is just to help work this through. We did not necessarily give the attorney the document to redact it. Okay, part of it was redacted here in house. The attorney is reviewing it because of the sensitivity of some of the nature in the document. Do you see what I mean? It's more than just the redacting. Like, we didn't just say here's this huge document and use all of your attorney time, which is obviously much higher than, speaking for myself, much higher than my time. So we didn't just give the attorney the document to do that. Her review of that is having to do with the sensitivity and the nature of some of the stuff that's in the document. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I guess it does. I could understand if there's an arrestee, some complaint from an arrestee, some of that information may be privileged information, like, you're not going to list the arrestee's name and address, and maybe you will. Maybe that's something an avenue I can pursue where I can start talking to other people. I mean, I don't know. The attorney's the one that ultimately is going to be held responsible for what goes out and what doesn't.
That is correct.
And if it's not up to par, then I will take it to another attorney and have them review it and say, hey, look, they didn't release this information. They could have,
I get that.
So, yeah, and that's just a possibility because at this time, I'm just...
You're frustrated.
I guess communication is really important for me, and just kind of keeping me in the loop. Hey, I know it's been a while. We're still working on it or something, but it's been like, I don't know, 2 months or so. I think the last time we talked was in December, and it's just nothing. It's, it's like, so what? Like, it just got locked in the closet and, and filed away, and, hopefully this guy that, lost interest and he doesn't want to come back for it. I told the mayor that I was going to be here. She said she would follow up with me on Friday. It's Friday afternoon, almost 5 o'clock, the time when everybody goes home, right? And so I'm expecting some information. As a citizen of Bladensburg, I have a concern And I want to hold people accountable and responsible for their behaviors and actions, especially Officer Luciati. Some of the concerns that have come up, I've already talked to the chief about, and I've brought it up to the mayor as well. But right now, my main focus, my interest is getting his personnel file. And the other thing that I want to find out is somebody going to continue down and start finding that video? Because there's a time limit on how long you guys hold on to videos, right? Eventually they get erased. You got to make room on the server for it,
right?
For that data, This, when I requested the body worn camera, is well over a year ago. This was in August of 2020. So
August 2020? 2021. 2020? Wow, okay.
2020.
Holy smokes, okay.
And it's been more than a year.
So you requested that?
Yeah, I did get the Officer Ramirez body worn camera, but then they said they redacted the part where they recorded my sister. Same name, she's my sister. She even told them my information, except they won't give me that portion of the body worn camera, which is kind of funny to me, because if my sister's telling her, hey, his name's Edward Knight, his birthday's 4/13 of 81, why are you redacting that out of the body worn camera? That was one of my concerns. But the other part is they never found his body worn camera. I have a YouTube channel that actually I've uploaded this video to, and you can see the blinky red light. And so he was recording, and I want that recording. And I don't know if the next step is to just sue for it, or what is the...
So if this happened in August 2020 and you made a request, did the town, clearly I was not here.
Miss Green, yeah.
Was there a denial?
Was the one that processed it.
But was it denied?
No, it wasn't denied. They gave it to me, but it was incomplete. In my view, it was incomplete.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I still picked up whatever I could, but she came up with some excuse. She told me, he uploaded the video in another part of the system or whatever, and it's I guess apparently too much for them to go through and find this video that he uploaded, because you take that video, the body worn camera, you upload it, you time, date, and stamp it. Well, apparently he uploaded it to another file. So she's saying it's there because he doesn't have the authority to erase it, right? Okay. I hope not. But
so it'll take me. I on that.
Yeah. Just so for you to kind of follow. Yeah.
On that topic, I need to go back to all my channels and figure that out and let you know what the status of that is.
Yeah.
Because I don't. That's why at the very beginning I said I've not been involved with with what that particular request. I don't know anything about that.
This is my main thing right now is I want to get all of this stuff with Officer Luciati out of the way. I want the personnel file that includes disciplinary records, complaints.
That's within the attorney's hands. So
right, and so
when we're done talking, I will follow up with our attorney.
And you'll be able to send me an email, kind of an update on.
I'll give you an update.
At least hey, we estimate it's going to cost this much money or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that would be great. And then the other thing that I want to follow up with is about the body worn camera, the one that he specifically was using, his body worn camera, which was not included in my PIA.
Mr.
Luciati's
body
worn camera.
And just to be clear, I think I've already asked, but let me just clarify. That request was not this PI request that October or whatever. Was that a PI request in August of 2020?
Yes.
Yes.
And I have a copy of the request.
And then you did say you were providing information, but incomplete information.
Yeah, well, I brought that concern up to Miss Green when I came to pick it up because, I didn't know. So she just said, "Oh, we have it here." I took it home and I started watching the videos and all that, and then it was very obvious that his body worn camera was missing. There was, so to me it was incomplete. I came back, I tried to bring it up, but she's like, "Oh, well, he uploaded it," and she just made it seem like they didn't have time for that.
I got you.
So I understand you guys are a small town and you're busy, but I'm sure you're not that busy, especially when I'm following the letter of the law, and how I'm submitting my, this is something that the public has the right to do, is to petition the government, for redress of grievances. This is my way of doing that. I want the body worn camera. I don't care how long it takes you guys. You know, that's not, you know, that's something you guys got to figure out a system for. If officers are doing that, then there needs to be a system set in place that those kind of nefarious behaviors are, you know, immediately, you know, identified, or that type of behavior is identified and, you know, taken care of on the spot, instead of, you know, here I am a year and a half later, like, you know, banging at the door, bothering you guys right now.
I get it.
You know?
I get it.
Yeah.
Let me go back and do behind the scenes and do my research and figure things out, and then I'll get you an update.
Okay, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Do you have my email address, dakotanightbros@gmail.com?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So I'm gonna go head home and enjoy the weekend. I look forward to hearing from you.
That sounds good.
The biggest thing right now for me is the personnel file, the cost, what to expect it's going to cost, and I'd like to get a follow-up with that body-worn camera that Officer Luciotti failed to upload into that database, and its proper time and date stamp.
Got it.
Yeah, and if you're wondering about the YouTube videos, you know, and you're kind of questioning whether he had his body-worn camera on, I'll send you a YouTube link. You can look at it for yourself, you know, if that comes up.
To decide whether or not he was wearing his camera?
Whether it was on or not, because I have a recording of it. I had my phone out and I was recording it. I record everything that I interact with government officials, and I was recording him like this while we were interacting, and the little blinky red light, when it's on, it has a little blinky red light. Okay. You'll see it. You know, ask the officers, they know.
I got you.
I
understand.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, sir.
It was nice chatting with you. Hopefully, hopefully it was a at least productive chat to get some information.
Yeah, you know, if I can, I think the officers know who I am now. I'm starting to get a little more respect around here. But in the beginning, you know, I wasn't getting the kind of respect that a citizen deserves. You know, if you come up to me like just a couple of months ago, I was over there at the Tina's Liquor or whatever, and I was standing there, and an officer came up, started talking to people. I was just like watching. He looked at me and he said, everything good? Kind of like that. I'm like, yeah, what's your name and your badge number? He's like, I don't have to tell you that. Oh, I pulled out my phone, and I said, now you're recorded. And I recaptured that entire scenario, what happened, and we'll post it on YouTube. Let the citizens figure out, you know, and it's, I think, it's just,
I get it.
You know, I'm just a citizen, man. That's all. So.
I understand your perspective.
Yeah. Cool.
I shake your hand, but it's a crazy.
Yeah. You know, COVID, man, it's real.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Have a good weekend.
You are again? Rich. Okay. Thanks a lot.
You want my card, or you? I think we exchange emails, so you have my information.
Yeah, well, I know we're on the email exchange, so
that sounds good.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I'll just
You'll find me. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Thanks. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Okay.